What's going on, y'all? My name is Megan. Welcome to This Past Romance, my little corner of the internet where I talk to you guys about romance books and all the other romance things going on in my life. Side note, that's nothing, but it's okay. It's okay. Welcome back. It's been a hot minute. I'm so sorry. Sometimes life gets really overwhelming and you accidentally take a hiatus. That's cool. It happens. So, I just fixed my hair on camera. It's fine. I'm still adjusting. I got a new camera. So if the quality is different or better or worse, let me know down below. I don't know how to work it yet. This is the second time I played with it. So, I got Temecka's vlog camera because she told me to. Essentially. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump into this March TBR, and let me tell you about the books I want to read, the books I've started reading, and the book I have finished this month. It is March 8th and I've read one book. However, that is the first book I've read since like January 6th. Progress. Okay, the first book on the list is the Offlimits Rule by Sarah Adams. I am about halfway through this book, a little under 50%, maybe like 47 or something. This book is about a girl whose name I can't remember. She had moved to Atlanta when she, like a year and a half ago or something like that. And basically everything fell apart in Atlanta. She was like having to pay for child care. She worked a full-time job. Like, she had all this stuff going on, and her roommate moves out. She can't afford to live by herself anymore. She goes, her brother comes, gets her. She moves in with her brother. She does break up with her boyfriend that she doesn't even really care about. He makes me think of Rory's boyfriend. If you've watched Gilmore A Year in the Life, the boyfriend that Rory has that they all forget about, that's who this guy makes me think of. I think his name was Tim or Tom or something. Even I don't remember his name. And she ends up going on a boat with her brother and her brother's best friend, and her brother tells his best friend, like, don't mess with her, leave her alone, like, she's struggling really hard, she's got a kid who's like 4, don't mess with my nephew, don't mess with my sister. And they end up catching feelings for each other, and it's really cute. So far it's super cute. I'm really excited to keep reading that one. Last week was just a weird week. The next book I want to talk about is the book I have actually finished this month. So obviously we have a process here. That is the J Crime Complex by Bethany Crandell. So I grew up watching John Hughes movies from the 80s. One of my all-time favorite movies he was a producer on, which is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I love that movie. Love everything about that movie. My whole family watches it every Christmas. We watch it all year round. Anytime it's on TV, anytime one of us is sad, anytime something is going on, we turn on Christmas Vacation, we have a good laugh. So this book is based on Jake Ryan. Kind of. It's about a girl named, I think her name is Mac, who is an obstetrician, and she is almost 40 and has had to make up a fake boyfriend for her mother, like to tell her mother about. Her little sister comes to her and she's like, I'm getting married, you have to bring Michael, your fake boyfriend, to the wedding. But the sister also doesn't know he's fake, and she ends up falling in love, kind of like falling in infatuation, falling in lust with JT the contractor, who's there to fix her plumbing and her front porch. He's gonna fix her front porch. And just some miscommunications happen, and I know miscommunications happen, but it was a lot. Mac talks to some of her work friends, and they tell her that she compares every guy to Jake Ryan, who is a 17-year-old in a John Hughes movie, who never acted again. He might have done one thing after that. Nobody knows where Jake Ryan is. No one knows what Jake Ryan looks like now. So it was interesting. disappointed. But in the mid-month wrap-up coming hopefully next week, you will get a full rundown of the pros and cons of this book. Third book on the list is The Everything Girl by Emily Mayer. It's a book about a girl who has this list of how she wants her life to go and all the things she wants to do, and she's checked off everything. She lands her dream job and it's not what she wants it to be, so she impulsively deviates from the plan, quits her job, and moves to Montana to work on a ranch, where she falls in love with her boss's brother, but her boss's brother despises her. I'm very interested in that one. The fourth book I want to talk about, I might be the most excited for, and I'm reading it for a couple reasons. One of those being I have a super secret project that I'm currently working on. The only one person knows about, and I'm very excited to work on it, to continue to work on it, and to publish it when all is said and done. But this book is Not the Girl You Married by Andie J. Christopher, and it is basically a gender swapped How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I don't remember the characters' names. I just read the synopsis a few minutes ago, but he is like a romance article writer, and he wants to get out of the scene. Her name is Hannah. I do remember her name is Hannah, and Hannah has to convince her boss that she can work through her feelings and like have feelings for somebody and plan weddings, and they decide to date. And yeah, I'm really excited to read this one. Jack, his name is Jack. Jack sounds like the perfect man. Is he though? I don't know. We will find out. It looked like there was lipstick on my finger. The next book I'm also very excited about. And if you've been around this channel for any length of time, I'm sorry. Number 2, Marriage and Murder has come out. It came out this week or last week. Penny Reid's second book in the Cletus and Jen series that has a name, Solving for Pie or something like that. I'm a big Cletus fan. Cletus is my favorite Winston brother. I don't think there's anything Billy Winston can do to change that. His book and Clair. She's Scarlett St. Clair. She's Clair now. There are 2 books I have not read. I don't think there's anything either of those 2 can do to change my mind about Cletus being my favorite. I've read Beard Science multiple times. Engagement and Espionage, I've listened to it once. I think I read it too. I think I did both with that one. This is Marriage and Murder. I'm so excited to read it. So excited to read it. I have not read Cletus in a while, so we'll see how he holds up. I'm pumped. I'm very excited. Next on the list is Save the Date by Carrie. This is about a girl who did what most kids do and made a marriage pact with her guy friend, that if they were both single at 30 they would get married. And you know, you usually make those and you're like, he makes her keep the pact. So I'm excited to read that one. I started it and then things got crazy, so I am excited to actually finish that book though. Next is Falling for Your Best Friend's Twin by Emma St. Clair. It seems to be just what it sounds like. A girl is helping her best friend's twin brother. He's having some tech issues with his startup company, and she goes to help, and she spends all kinds of time with him, and she starts falling even harder for him, and they end up on a trip. She ends up on an investor's trip or something, and she finds out that somebody within the company is sabotaging the company that's not even really started yet. It sounds like it's gonna be really good, and it's a best friend's brother. I love Brother's Best Friend. If you like books like that, side tangent. In the description box below will be Temecka's brother's best friend video recommendation. She did that video for me before I ever had booktube. I'm the friend that loves brother's best friend romances because I have an older brother. I've talked about this before. I have an older brother. I always had a crush on his friends. One in particular, two in particular, but one I've had a crush on for a long time. So if you like books like that, there's a link down below to Temecka's brother's best friend recommendation video. Next is Gifting Me to His Best Friend by Katee Robert. I don't feel comfortable reading the synopsis to that one and telling you all what it's about. Please infer. Katee Robert writes a mean, steamy scene. I think steamy's too tame for some of her scenes, but I'm excited to read. I'm excited to read that one. Then is See Me After Class by Meghan Quinn. Spoke about a girl who gets her first teaching job and wants to make a difference in these kids' lives, and she ends up hooking up with another teacher and apparently violates like the ethics rules or something for her school. This should be fantastic. I'm very excited to read it. I also love Meghan Quinn. If you're looking for a really good, like, not sweet, I wouldn't call it sweet, but if you're looking for a really good series, definitely check out Meghan Quinn's baseball series. I don't know what the whole series is called, but one of the books is called The Dugout. It's Temecka's favorite. I liked it a whole lot. It's brother's best friend. But check out the baseball series, like The Dugout and The Change Up and The Trade Off, or The Trade Up, or The Trade something. There's a whole bunch of them. Check those out. And last but not least is Falling for His Best Friend by Katee Robert. This book is about a girl who just found out that her biological clock is ticking much faster than she had originally thought, and tells her best friend, and basically is like, I'm going to get a sperm donor and have a baby that way. He essentially says, over my dead body. And he doesn't want to have kids, but she wants to have kids, and he would do anything for her because it's his best friend. And so they practice the art of baby making, and Katee Robert is really good at writing scenes about practicing the art of baby making. So I'm excited to read this. It's going to be fantastic. This is my March TBR. Disclaimer, should have been at the beginning of the video, it is at the end. I suck at TBRs. I suck at reading these books. I suck at it. So, if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm This Past Romance. Feel free to harass me and ask me what book off my TBR am I reading. Ask me if I'm reading a book off my secret TBR. I won't tell you what it is if I'm reading it, but I'll tell you yes or no. Let me know. Contact me through Twitter because I'm on it more than I'd like to admit. Okay, guys, that's it for me. I'll see you on my next one, which will hopefully not be 7 weeks from now. Actually, like I said, I have plans. I'm getting ready to sit down and plan out some stuff for my super secret project, and potentially start working on it, because there are some parts of it that I can go ahead and start working on. So, with all that being said, y'all, not to steal something else from one of my favorite podcasts, but be good to yourself. If you need time, take time. Do what you need to do. Be who you need to be. Just be good to yourself. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye.